It's Alstead The Musical, celebrating 250-year birthday. Before we get started, just a few things. In case of an emergency, we're going to exit out of the back doors and out of the doors onto the side, right out onto the field in front. I would like to recognize a few people. Dr. Debbie Livingston is sitting up here in the audience with us. She is the superintendent of the district. I'd also like to thank all of you for joining us for this wonderful event this afternoon. The kids are ecstatic and have put in tons of work into this program. Just out of respect for the performers, if you could please remain seated. As you can hear, the floors kind of creak, and the more moving around, the more distraction, especially for the kindergartners. Without further ado, I'd like to introduce our MC. Welcome, Alstead The Musical.
Welcome to Alstead The Musical. You are about to take a musical journey through the history of Alstead. Now listen carefully to learn some interesting facts about our town. Don't be afraid to tap your feet and smile as you join us for a little trip down memory lane. Good morning, class.
Good morning, Mrs. Nottingham.
Today is the day you get to present your projects about the history of our town. I hope you put a lot of effort into your projects. I can't wait to see what you've all done.
Ooh, I can't wait for you to see this. This is awesome. I learned so much about Alstead. I'm going to be the next child violinist. Just look at my outfit. Wait a minute. Wait a minute. Who's out? Come on, Archie. No, I'm serious. Who is out? That's a good question. Why is there not called Alstead? Who would be out in Alstead? Oh yes, Alstead. It's very quiet. There's a lot of trees. Not a lot of crime. Cool businesses. We're all neighbors. What do you know about Alstead? Who put the owl in? Alstead. Who put the owl in? Alstead. This show is all about Alstead. This show is all about Alstead. Why did people come here? How did this town come to be? Who helped it to grow? We soon will see. Who put the owl in? Alstead. Who put the owl in? Alstead. Let's learn all about Alstead. Let's learn all about Alstead. You are right, Debbie. That is a good question. Alstead got its name from Governor Wentworth. He started towns in our state by granting land to early settlers. He chose to honor Johann Alstead, who was a German philosopher and writer. That's where the name Alstead came from. Oh! Moving right along, children. Let's start at the very beginning. We are going to hear from Ginger first. She's going to tell us about the earliest residents of Alstead, the Indians. Well, as everyone knows, the Indians were here before anyone else. Tribes moved around a lot, depending on the seasons of the year. They usually stayed near rivers, so of course, Alstead was a good choice for them because we have the Cold River right here. I wonder what they looked like.
chose to build their first houses in Alstead Center, which was the high ground. They thought they would be safe there. Soon, they learned they needed to be near the river to use water power. Eventually, they moved down the river and built more mills and created Paper Mill Village, which is where we are right now. If I had to imagine what they looked like, it'd be a little something like this.
It's Pam's grandson right here in the end.
moving right along to a very special time in Alstead's history when people enjoyed the arts and culture. Kelly, are you ready to tell us about the era of the dancing pavilions?
Yes, I am. The dance pavilions were located on Lake Warren. People came from all around to enjoy live music and the latest dance steps. Some people had traveled so far with their horse and buggies that they needed to stay in the boarding houses. Some people had traveled so far with their horse and buggies that they needed to stay in the boarding houses. Some people would even stay for the whole summer. The music that they danced to was not like the music we listened to. It was much different. I wonder if it was like the movies.
Sandy's little girl's one that was in the middle.
Oh, okay.
I know the grandson, I know yours.
That one coming down the street.
Thank you, Kelly. I must admit, I was tapping my feet with that one. Let's see. Who's
Lieutenant Thurston, you have been trying to give us this report all day. You must be presenting the report on Charles Milas. Let's hear it. Charles Milas was born in 1852 on Homestead Road in Alstead. He made his fortune in New York City in the hotel business. Alstead was a special place for him, and he made many generous contributions to the town. He built the Viles School, the cemetery, 2 beautiful mansions, and the Viles Bridge in Viles Falls. Doesn't he sound distinguished? Doesn't his story sound like something you would see on Broadway?
Just third grade?
Yeah, third grade.
You got just 2 grades?
That served in the military to keep our country safe. Archie, it's your turn to tell us more.
Alstead has always taken pride in keeping our country safe. There are many soldiers who fought in our country's wars. There are statues in the town's village that remember the sacrifice. Let's take a minute to remember them.
Moving right along, Jason, it's your turn to tell us about a very
Alstead's history. Let's hear about our favorite squire!
Well, there is this guy named Daniel Metcalf that joined Ohio's high school staff in 1936. He became a headmaster in 1942 and stayed until 1966. When Viles became a middle school, perhaps you know what school I'm talking about, it said that he ran a very tight ship and demanded respect. He was well known for his contribution to sports, especially basketball. Viles won many basketball championships. I wonder what they were like.
Oh, great. Here's the music again.
Championships. Well, we are almost through with our presentations. We have one last report about a more recent event in our town's history. This natural disaster changed Alstead forever. Brianna, are you ready to tell us about this somber event?
In October 2005, our town was devastated by heavy rains which resulted in severe flood. Roads, houses, trees, and cars were washed away. This changed our town forever. Let's take a moment of silence to remember.
rehearsal yesterday, and I am misty-eyed. Oh my goodness, what a wonderful performance. And I know Chris has some things to say.
I want to thank everybody for joining us this afternoon, and I hope you learned something about Alstead. I know the students really did, and they really enjoyed this. As you know, a lot of work goes into putting on these performances. So with the help of the 4th grade, I'd like every staff member of Alstead Primary to please come up and receive one flower for their help in putting on this wonderful performance. I'd also like to put a big thanks to 2 very important people that put this on. Miss Lillian Wong for helping out. And also a special thanks goes to Miss Lorraine Chafee. As you know, this is one of many events going on for the Alstead 150th anniversary. The next one's going to be partaking with the whole Alstead attendance area. The art show is scheduled for May 1st. We have over 700 pieces of art that's going to be displayed all around Lilas. It's going to be a great, spectacular performance also. So, without further ado, let's give one more round of applause to the students.
Alumni here, you may have heard that our art teacher is also sponsoring Design Your Squires mascot, and this is open to students, former students, alumni. So if you are artistically inclined, I can get you a flyer. Come up to me afterwards. The deadline is May 1st. So we're designing a mascot for the Violet Squires.
Can I go on my profile? Huh? Yeah.